Yeah, we were grandmother that game. Let's run it again. Yeah, it's only easy to follow if you are familiar with the cards. I would say Ishan's way easier to follow. Because even if you don't know the cards, you can always read the cards. Like, the card text is always on screen. Or, like, if you're on desktop and you have the extension, helps a lot, but Ishan's hard to follow. I just don't know why that would be the case. It seems so much easier to follow than any game in the genre. Card text makes 0 sense. I don't know about 0 sense. Some of the keywords can be hard to get, but I mean, it's easier than having to recognize all of the cards. Yeah, I mean, there's not that many mechanics, though. There's usually like 1 or 2 mechanics going on any given board. No, it's in English, just poorly translated from Chinese to English. And even then, most of the translation's passable. It's really just some of the 5-element stuff that's a little scuffed. Yeah, TFT is opaque. Even playing it, it's rough. Because there's just so many variables on everything. Like here, there's card text, there's attack, and there's health. It's the only 3 things you have to know about a card. In TFT, there's like all these hidden variables, or all of these extra variables. It's kind of like mana, but also like strength. Well, there are some cards that deal extra damage for the chi, yeah. That's just on the text, though. Mechanically, it's just like mana. It's like saying in Magic, sometimes lands can tap for mana, and sometimes they make your creatures bigger, because there are some creatures that get bigger for each land you control. Like, it's true, but at the same time, it's just because the text of the card says otherwise. Do it. Creature, not the land. Yeah. Yeah. Usually. Unless the land is Pendelhaven. Oh, nope. Nope. Just like Dharma and the other Spirit Sword. About Pendelhaven, I knew about it. I'm sure there's more. Pendelhaven's just the one that's been relevant. There are some weird things with chi, like turning star points into star points generates chi. Being able to take a turn to generate chi when you don't have enough chi is not something that's intuitive at first. But I think those are the kinds of things like you just need explained once. Sure. I was just going with ones that were exactly damage. it goes. Ow. Heroes do. That's fair. That's not communicated as well as the card text is. Why would I buy this? So many games hide important things. It's much harder to reason when you don't know if any of your natural theories are right. Yeah. I mean, it's better than Bane. Oh. That's probably true. Yeah, I just feel like Ishan generally does pretty good job of explaining things. If the point is like other games do a poor job of explaining things, so it's like not clear that Ishan does a good job of explaining things, then I guess. But I feel like it does a pretty good job of communicating everything that it really needs to people just watching. Me. Should maybe just lock for the ranged thingy. To try to watch Magic without prior knowledge. Yeah. Well, it's worse. They do a pretty good job on the official coverage of showing you the cards on the big side of the screen as they come up. Yeah, some of the keywords could use a better translation too. Like penetrate, for instance, is probably the worst word you could use to describe it. Everyone just thinks like it goes through block, when it's in fact the opposite. And I still have this baby root in play. Just sell everything to grab this big pig now. It should be a better board. I mean, is that because people solving it too fast, or them just trying to find more design space? I feel like Magic still gets solved pretty fast. It's just like an arms race to keep making interesting cards. Yeah, but like simple and low on text aren't necessarily synonymous. Yeah, like the level 6 treasure. I'll take the level 7 treasure. Turtle? I mean, that's a card name. Who cares? As long as it's distinct, that's all that really matters from a card name. This power level has gotten to the point of needing more text. Like so many 2/2 bears, we need more text to it. I mean, that's not a power level thing, though. That's a design space thing. Excalibur. You're just locking for the chicken. Lance is cute. Lance is cute. I'd feel a lot better about spending 5 gold on Lance if I had support for it, but... Yeah, Magic has the best templating of any card game. With the grandma buff. That's fair. That's fair. We'll just buy one next turn, though. Oh. I'd rather just buy things that are good this turn. We've got Excal. We don't need to be thinking too much about the future. Just need to make sure we don't die now. Well, that was awful. Speaking of dying now. He's okay. And we search for pumpkins. I report that chicken on my taxes. I thought chickens were tax-free. I thought that was what farm subsidies were for. Pretty cool board. Your comp is so exciting to watch. The old question of, will somebody else in the lobby get a real comp together before the tyrants kill everybody? This doesn't look like a real comp. I wonder if Echo's good. I don't know where I'd put it. I can still buy pumpkin. No, my Oni Tyrant. Point to make something like SPB more like Ishan since having text on the cards. It just adds a lot of clutter and doesn't work as well when you're trying to put this many cards on the screen at the same time. Part of why Ishan can do it is because there's no shop. Cards are just bigger. Got him. You also do make the game, like, uglier when you fill up half the screen with text. I think a big part of why a lot of the art in Ishan is so simple. It works because of all the text everywhere already. It's fancier to Storybook could be visual overload. I think so. Like, I think Simulacrum suffers from that a little bit. Of there just being too much going on the cards. But it's just not an easy problem to solve. No real comps allowed.